The Falls Count Everywhere podcast would like to mention our friends at the following. We Talk Wrestling, for the one stuff you need for the most intriguing stories and headlines and info on independent shows in multiple regions. We Talk Wrestling has you covered. Subscribe to Facebook's #1 interactive community for professional wrestling today. Pro Wrestling on Tuesdays are a blast with the Wrestle Talk podcast. Join the Night Owl, DJ Big Sexy, Luke Roberts, The Alpha, Jay Wade, Nightmare Jones, and many others as they bring you the hottest takes on the major circuits, showcase interviews with various indie stars, and the only place to get news on the most popular fantasy wrestling promotion, the FWWC. Catch them live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central. Find all of their media outlets on their website at WrestleTalkPodcast.com. Before each and every show, we like to remind our audience that freedom is never free, and all of us should be grateful to those who lay it all on the line. To all our first responders, military, and volunteers that help our nation every day, we love you and appreciate the sacrifices you make to protect all of us. From January up to now, we review the best, the worst, and the most memorable moments in all of wrestling, and also the moments that happen during our weekly live shows as we present our 2023 year-end review of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our last show of 2023, everybody. But definitely not the last show of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast, because we've got a big 2024 lined up for you. Don't worry about it, because we'll get to it whenever we get into the new year. But we're having a little bit of a wrestling theme, I guess Christmas theme.
Holiday theme, here. Come on now.
So, yeah. So yes, I'm Jingle Balls Mahoney in the top left. We got Ebenezer Grinch Zmiz on the top right. Then we got GQ Claus with the ugliest sweater than anybody's known to God's creation. So
say it to his face. I dare you.
I don't care. It's just ugly on you. So
I mean, that's kind of cool sweater.
Don't do it. All right, it would be a bad move.
Don't go out in public like that.
I want the Ric Flair one. The Ric Flair ugly sweater where he's like, woo!
I will say that almost in that hat, it almost is homage to Bobby Heenan with the sequin jackets he used to wear all the time.
What's Skylar? What's up, buddy?
Yes, we're all good here, guys. So we're just fitting in through here. We do not have a guest this week, but we do have a lot of review to go over here with the. If we can get it done within a couple hours, I will be happy. But we've got a lot of stuff lined up here, and as far as we thought that we had maybe another way to do another platform to air our show, but apparently, guys, looks like Instagram is only doing portrait mode. That will mess everything up that we got here. So that's why when I told the guys in the chat here, wait a minute, I think we got Instagram, and then it's like, oh, we got to do everything in portrait mode, and it can only be one viewer. So it's like, nope, sorry, can't do it.
Oh, I was pumped.
I know. So Instagram needs to get on the boat and just know that there's more modes than portrait mode when it comes to doing a production. So
yeah, but only for people that want to advertise their OnlyFans anyway on Instagram. I mean, sorry.
Oh, stop it.
I'm not lying.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know that goes by rhythm, right?
Yeah.
So there always,
we do not want that algorithm when it comes to false count.
That's the wrong algorithm we're trying to join, brother.
Yes, absolutely. But we do have an Instagram account. We do have a TikTok account. So make sure if you're following us here, Make sure you follow us there and everywhere else. And of course, on YouTube. And of course, we're on Twitch. And of course, at FCE Podcast on X. And we will continue to be airing on those platforms that will support our landscape professional high definition quality broadcast. So there you go.
Because we're professionals here.
So now, but
Since when?
who I?
I mean, you got to eventually become one.
And sorry I have not gotten so festive here. I have actually fallen behind. Things are a little hectic here at the studio. I'm hoping with our kind of forced time off that we have to take because we don't want to take and do any shows on eves. With coming with the holidays and being with family and friends. So that's why our next show will be on January 7th. We'll officially present episode number 130. This is kind of our year end of everything, our year end celebration. I don't know about you guys, but it's been, we've done a lot of shows this year. Most of them with guests, some of them without. But we'll definitely do a recap here of our guests and
Somebody fumigate the chat.
Someone needs a monkey butt on their special area. So, just isn't that what they use monkey butt for? I mean, that's a talcum powder.
Oh, that's what comes out of a monkey butt.
It's all right. So, anybody else, like I said, if you all want to kind of chime in, and like I said, we got, we just last week, I think when I was looking through, technically, I was looking through our list. Last week was our second female guest that we had on for the year. Yeah, for the year. Like I said, we actually ended last year with Shauna Reed. And
did we?
Yeah, last year's was Shauna Reed. So
too great.
But then, of course, our last official guest this year was a female.
Who's the one that was earlier this year?
Technically, and we'll show the poster, but it was prepping up to the Fan Fest that was downtown. That was in St. Louis this year. Barbara Goodish actually came on the air with Herb Simmons.
That was technically there was a third one because somebody tried to get Zach drunk on the show.
What?
Somebody tried to get Z drunk on the show. That was also a female. Miranda Gordy.
I mean, Miranda did hang out with us at the Fan Fest.
Yeah, at the Fan Fest. Yeah, I know. I don't know, if Z would have had a little drink or there, hey, we're there to have a little fun.
Would have chugged a whole bottle of wine, you know that.
It's not like he was getting in the ring later that night like I was.
Not really.
I mean, I worked the entire weekend hard anyway, so I mean, it all started the night before. We've been down that road many times.
Technically, there's two things we sponsored on our show. That wine, and then your other thing that you sponsor a lot on here on the show, Ruby.
Oh yeah, that's right. How about we do that? Let's get the
for our guy Glenn.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, there we go.
Missed your Friday too, brother.
I couldn't get a chance to get my water prepared, so I went and grabbed one of these nice little bad boys out of my fridge. This is a pump and grind, so I got to pump and grind through every day here apparently because I've got a lot going on. But this is your chance still, and of course throughout the time, and of course it's going to be a while before we get on here. But just remember, during the holidays, Buck Up Energy, everything you need for everyday men and women's health, and also to get you built up and get you in shape and get you the energy you need without that high sugar craving, without that high sugar craze, and also safe, effective energy without burning so much caffeine. So winner 123 will get you 20% off your order once again, and that's thanks to Big Nasty Glenn Williams. Just saw him yesterday.
A great guest. What a great guest.
Yeah, just saw him yesterday. There was a SICW private event that I attended yesterday. Saw him last night, and he's doing all good. And he's actually getting in much better shape, and he's going to be ready to go come January 13th, which is SICW's next event down at Belle Claire Fairgrounds in Belleville, Illinois. So that's once again, winner 123 gets you 20% off. So
which that stuff with him getting back out there and everything, that's gonna speed him up so much that he may actually take that trophy this year at the fan.
Do I need to? I might roll the dice again. One more year, and just have to say my dude's going to do it one more time. Bobby D. But Glenn's definitely a good second chance for me.
Yeah.
Hey, but Z, we're in agreement though. We're not voting on him, though, right? I mean, no.
No, every time I root for Ruby,
he's lost so much.
Every time I root for Ruby in a battle royale, he falls out. Love you, buddy.
It's like they're playing the same number on the roulette table, and then you decide to just put your numbers on 000, and then my number comes up again. So,
when Herb says I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Did we do something wrong that we shouldn't have? I mean, we're just taking our picks. I mean, that's all.
I mean, as the big thing that we did this past year being the SICW Fan Fest and the blast we had and stuff, Ruby, I hope you make it farther. That's if they let you in this time, but every battle royale chance you get, you slip. I'm just gonna go with a goat and go with Bobby D again. I'm just gonna lay it down like that. Like,
oh my gosh! Well,
as long as they get the trophy back from Sean Vincent, if they haven't already,
they have.
He has gotten the trophy back.
Okay.
So that was at the last Belle Claire Fairgrounds show. It was basically they had the possession of that plus the Central States title up for grabs, and Bobby D came away with the win. So Bobby D has a cup and a belt to go to the ring with as of now. Bobby D is going to have a bit tough test on January 13th as well, taking on Superstar Steve Fender. That may be for the Central States title. That's going to be quite something else.
That match looks sharp. I love Steve. Mr. Fender's a great guy. I mean, a little on the naughty side, but
I mean, and I think they've also announced a women's match also for that night too, with Miranda Gordy and Judy Azul, if I understand that correctly. So that's going to be a big one too.
Peggy, hey.
Oh, hi Peggy, how you doing? Like I said, we appreciate everybody coming in, and like I said, I mean, for those that are just faithfully watching every week, we definitely want to thank you guys. We've been building up more followers, and hopefully that's going to continue, and that we're going to get a trace in that. And we are actually looking into big things this year. Like I said, we're looking into the SICW Fan Fest. Well, hello.
We were the number one people. Come on,
we are there. I'm what I meant by that is I would love to find a way to get these legends that are coming in. We'd love for them to come on board to do a feature guest interview. That's what I would love to do. That's what I'd like to see.
Well, you know what? But Mac Davis followed We Talk Wrestling this past year. Maybe he'll on there see this and be like, "Hey, we're calling you out. Let's hang out for the Fan Fest. Let's do something. Let's collab."
I'll do better call Mac Davis out and say, "Hey, why don't you follow False Count everywhere while you're at it, buddy?" And I'm just saying, I got no beef with anybody. I'm just saying,
Let's do it. Oh no, I want to hang out with them.
True there, Ruby. You got some beef out there.
I want to talk with them, man. Let's talk.
I always want to talk with him. Mac Davis is him and Teddy Long. I mean, they're short shows, but they're very awesome, very good shows that they do with the after hours. In fact, I don't know if it was this past weekend or the weekend before, but I know they were having Eric Bischoff on one of their shows, and I've got to get a chance to take a look at that.
Is he the Mac that was mentioned in Teddy's song, the Mac Militant?
Stop it!
No.
No, I'm not gonna be able to listen to that song any. Oh, I hate you, dude. I hate you, GQ. I hate you. Like,
if Teddy comes out, man, you see him doing the dance. It's in your head. You can't get it out.
Yes, 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 yes. That was one of my ideas. I forgot to tell you the other day, Ruby.
Yes.
That one.
Yes.
That is a 300% yes that that could happen. Which is interesting, though.
I think her can make that happen.
Which is interesting, though, because built for the Fan Fest is an appearance of the High Flyers from AWA, which is Jim Brunzell and Greg Gagne. I wonder, and Brian Blair, I thought was also invited there too. So, like, so Brian Blair's coming. So, is he going to bring like two B masks and kind of bait Jim to get away from Greg's table, or because they're the Killer Bees over in WWF? That'd be funny. That'd be a great segment to have. I kind of wondered about that. Started scratching my head. I'm like, wait a minute. But no, it's great. There's just a lot of, even a couple of original Glow female wrestlers have been announced for the Fan Fest recently. Yeah, surprise. Exactly. I would love to see that.
I
we're
think you're going to.
We're talking a lot about the of the Fan Fest, and actually just recently we are going to try to see how involved that we can be in the George Trados Luthez National Wrestling Hall of Fame weekend that's coming up in July. So I have put out an inquiry to them, and we would love to be at least featured, advertised, do whatever we can to push that show. That's up in Waterloo, Iowa, and that is just an incredible weekend in itself. So I know, like I said, I got to give the most festive to GQ. GQ is he's been kind of like our show MVP as of late, just coming in out of the blue with some good, really good surprises. So that's right, and we would love that.
He's the one in charge of up there for the Hall of Fame and everything.
I'm pretty sure with Troy Peterson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, we we want to. Like I said, I know that we're both from remotely. We're kind of like, I know me and Z are like probably 2 hours away from one another. GQ's floating anywhere he wants to be. He doesn't stay in one place. But
not
when
really hanging
times
too much in Texas anymore, though. So just saying,
Yeah, but when times come to where they need to come, when we need to be in one place, we're there. Especially, like I said, the last time we were at the IEW show in Grand City, we were there for a short amount of time. We couldn't get a photo opportunity because something came up. But, we're going to have the Fan Fest. We would love to be up there in Waterloo, Iowa for, for the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. I mean, that's
I want to go back to that. I want to go back to that con that we went to too.
Oh,
that would be cool.
OzCon.
Oh, yeah, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, and that was thank you to Scott Shipley of the Heart of the Ozarks Wrestling League, who I guess kind of ran into some problems. They're still trying to get things up and running, but
trying to get the ball going.
That's an area that may get oversaturated because we've got mid states wrestling that's just kicking tail everywhere they go. Springfield, and let's see, they've been in Harrison, Arkansas. They're going to another place. They're just Jason
that's
Jones.
One of the main reasons why I want to get up there for it this year too. Herb.
Yeah, there you go, 25th anniversary of it. Yes. But we've also, of course, New Breed is out there. With Scotty Z, that's been across with in Macon and also in Springfield, and I think in Sedalia. So we're getting those in Southwest Missouri, but then we also have another promotion that's trying to get up on the horizon of Show Me State Wrestling, and then Hal is around the Lake of the Ozarks. So we're talking about 4 potential big name, and like I said, and granted to these guys that are trying to start the promotions down there, I mean, they're going to be bumping heads one way or the other, I'm sure, come this next year. All four of them together at one time. But it is so hard to manage and keep a promotion in the state of Missouri. So, best luck. Well, I mean, and this is all because of regulations and, I'm sorry, but if you knew the cost of running a promotion without having to deal with the licensing, that would make you want to kind of tighten your sphincter a little bit because
or partners that don't help out.
Yeah, like you said, you gotta have part. If you're in a partnership, everybody's got to play their part to do that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I definitely wish I got respect for the guys that are trying to get something out there, but it is a very, very tough business depending on where you run into. So, man. Speaking of which, let's kind of we'll get into this a little bit later, but let's kind of do a review of our guests that we've had this year, that have actually been on the show with our featured guests. And we'll start with this guy. He was actually our first official guest.
That's my dude.
Luke Justice, the third generation, a third generation star, and out of the great state of Arkansas, and he actually's been up around with SICW recently on their last show, and him and Trent Dingham's had a really good match, and can't wait for Luke Justice to come back around the Midwest again. Hopefully, hopefully we'll see him more, and he's just killing it down in Arkansas. I think with their Arkansas Wrestling Association, and of course he's booked a couple other places. But what a good time we have with that. And we've kind of debated on this because we've featured this, and we'll probably segue this in here because I can't get the video to come quite up on this. But this has got to be almost like a close second, or in my case, tied for the best road or story or / road story of the year with this guy.
100%. My personal pick. My personal pick's Road Story. Actually, I'm not going to lie. So after the show, I didn't know much about him going into the show except for what you sent me, the video packages, all that kind of stuff, and the rundown, and I did a little more research. Guy's a great talent, like Herb Simmons says, great talent. But because of his Road Story alone, made me want to follow him this whole summer. And I genuinely became a fan. I was watching their stuff, seeing what he was doing. Like, we were keeping an eye on him. And one of my personal favorites now.
So for regards to his story of how his first 24 hours were on Earth, he was born in a hospital early in the morning. Was taken care of out of the birth. Was in a nursery, and his dad, of course, was a wrestler. And, of course, his mom was determined to go anywhere his dad went. So they had a show that night. So all three of them left to go to the show that night.
No one's been baptized by wrestling more than Luke Justice, dude. Nobody on this planet has been fed wrestling more than Luke Justice. No, Mom's OG, he's OG. Like, he needs to make that part of his persona, bro. I love it. It's writes itself. I love it.
I didn't think you could take a child out of a nursery within 24 hours. That's the most insane part about it. Of course, it is Arkansas, and they might have different rules. So,
I took a drink, bro.
And now we just lost all of our Arkansas viewers. Now, thank you, Mike.
I'm just saying, maybe you guys do something different than we do.
Well, we got indoor plumbing at least up here. So,
and there's more ingredients in their shine than ours. So,
That's no. In all honesty, the kid's a great talent, great athletic ability. He can move in the ring pretty well too. Like, flows really nice. So I enjoy his work.
Yeah, no, man. No, he's really good, and I got a selfie with him at the last show too. So always good. Like I say, even with guys that are upcoming, get those opportunities in because you never know how how they're going to turn out in the future.
I mean, he's like a what 20-year vet
20
already.
or 21 years old. Yeah.
No, I just said he's already a 20-year vet anyway. The dude was baptized by wrestling. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Yeah. Oh, then our next one. How about this guy? Told you so.
Yes.
Gino Rivera out of New Mexico, bro. Now this guy, he's still kicking tail down to the Southwest. I mean, this guy was really awesome to have on the show. Was brought to us. I don't know if it was really brought. No, I think he was brought to us by Matt Classic, I believe.
Not
Or
mistaken, yeah.
yeah, but man, but what a great story this guy had. It's just, of course, he runs his own. I mean, he runs his own training. He's even got a ring that he can put up in his backyard for training and everything else. I mean, I mean, he can train anytime he wants. So even if he doesn't have a building, and yeah, it's just a really good backstory on him. He was a very good pleasure to have, and he is just still.
Speaking of the devil.
Oh, I think
Hey, Luke, I need you to go back and watch the last 15 minutes, bro.
or 10. They're not that deep, but no.
Oh,
But
come on, let me
no,
exaggerate a little bit.
yeah, but no, Vegeta was really awesome to have on the show. A really good mind for the business, and he's still out there working hard today. And just a really good pleasure to have on the show. And no, man, so eh, he's still
You know, it
doing
was
great
another
things.
fun one. He was a character.
No, yeah, no, he was fun too. No, this guy was great with on the spot promos, man. Just cutting promos on the spot.
Quick-witted he is.
Yeah, he's very, very quick witted.
Which
Yes.
is a lost talent almost nowadays. I
So
think.
so with a certain, I don't know if I hope you have him in the list. Okay, I've been watching Gino, and a certain guy went back to TNA that was here with us,
Oh yeah, he did.
Rohit.
Yeah.
I would love for him to get called to TNA and Rohit and him form a group.
Yeah.
It'd be
Anything's
fun.
yeah. Anything's possible because those two are quick.
Oh,
Rohit,
they're so fast with their tongues, man.
yeah,
When it comes to
both of them are.
talk, yeah, it's beautiful. They're geniuses when it comes to the microphone
Yeah, they're both really good. Absolutely.
and back it up in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. What about this guy?
We were just talking about old good Steve.
Yeah, the current WLW heavyweight champion, superstar Steve Fender. Yes, I assume he is. They had a show about a little over a week ago, unless I heard anything different. But
Didn't see
no,
anything.
but no. I mean, over 20-year plus veteran. He's trained with the Great Harley Race, with some great stories through his days at WLW, and then of course also working former classic champion with SICW, and just still continues to this day to train and also spread his knowledge. Um, always a constant learning student. So you got to be a student of the game. Even though you could teach somebody, but you always want to grab any type of other knowledge that you can in this business and apply it, even to today's wrestling. But you know what he knows how to keep the fundamentals of what wrestling should be inside the ring. So, phenomenal. He was good to have on. So, yeah, I agree
Oh,
with Herb here.
big facts, Herb.
Yeah, excellent big facts with Steve. I mean, he's really excellent worker. Is just he tears. I mean, almost like match of the night anywhere he goes on any show he goes on. So he's um trying to think trying to think what match he had at the MAC. I think it was him. I think it was him and Niles Planquet, but he but man, just anywhere he goes, he's just match of the night. And there's a reason why he's still carrying gold. So um but how about our next guest? Just saw this guy last night too, Jake Prater. Um boy, yeah, he's made a name for he's made himself name for himself in SICW most of the year. Also, he's doing some other work throughout other parts of Illinois now. But
Mhm.
but Jake was a really good. He's one of the few that came out of CHWA that was pretty impressive, at least in my opinion, because the guy
Oh,
knew how to work. So
he's good for a big man. That's what I like about him. A big man
yeah,
that can move and brings back those old flares of some of the greats. I'm down with Jake Prater. Chop Prater chop.
that's right. Oh yeah, the guy could chop definitely. But he was part of Devastation Incorporated for most of the year. Um, and who knows? We don't know where Jake will end up, but I know he'll be in action in 2024. Um, and he's just I think got to take a break at some point throughout the year, but at least we caught up with him and how he got his start. And yeah, that's right, that's right.
Yeah,
Um,
he did.
the last big show at large show with the Legend Show at the fairgrounds. Yeah, him and Attila battled Haku and Barbarian in the cage. And yeah, like I said, that was the show where those guys were all four were bloodied up before they even got in the cage and started the match. I mean, you talk about an insane match that was, man. You should have been there that night. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. So, but Jake's got a lot of good years left in him. Hopefully, be able to see him more around the area. Uh, and yeah, because he really is a good talent. Uh, so hopefully, we can see him in places where he can definitely compete with comparable talent that he's got. Now here's this guy. This guy. ACW promoter to the searcher. Um we're doing something big that was coming up in last year with the Special Olympics slam or this the Special Olympics slam. I had to kind of take a look on what the event was because um doggone, I'm trying to think of what
I
event
can't
it
remember now
was.
either.
I know. I was trying to think of it too. Nah, I'm totally blanking out. I had to go to my cheat sheet and see if it's on my cheat sheet. Was it on that? It was yeah. So they were holding a big show at down in St. Clair. So he was actually putting a big together for a big event here, and it was always good to catch up with the searcher and get some
That
more
was the one
insight.
that had Dan Severn at it, wasn't it?
That's right. Yep,
Yeah.
that's right. So yeah, so it's good. Always
I
good to
like
catch up
how
with him.
ACW promoter wearing the WPW belt and his jacket he wore at MPW.
Hey, hey, guy in many coats, man. If you can wear them all at once, do it.
It's still a sick picture, man.
Yeah, challenge him to a fight. See how well you come out on top, buddy. So, like Herb said, he's legit badass. So,
Let me remind you.
speaking of legit badasses,
Yes! One of the best interviews we had this year.
yeah, this is one of our featured ones that's on our YouTube page. Dan the Beast Severn, always that's basically a feather in our cap for our podcast. I don't care what anybody says. Forever, yeah, that we know that we had the Beast on. Um, but man, what some good stories that he had, and taking the time out to interview with us. And if it wasn't for the searcher, we wouldn't have had this guy on the show.
Dude,
So
that was such a fun interview. Such a fun interview.
yeah, like so if you get a chance, that is episode number 90. You're going to go back and watch any good shows. Go ahead and do that one. And like you said, Dan, yeah, definitely a legend inside the ring. The only guy to hold a UFC title and the NWA World Championship
At the same
simultaneously.
time.
And
Yes.
appear in WWE at the same time.
Yes, true.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. He marked off so many boxes for me, like hanging out the UFC superstar, hanging out. Like, it was great. I loved it. Loved everything about it.
Well, no. Yeah, and when he gets the chance, he's always learning. He's always wanting to learn, wanting to teach, always doing seminars, always wanting to spread the knowledge. Um, when it comes to combat, and so he is awesome. Definitely an awesome guest to have in Dan, and that was definitely a great privilege.
He was at the
This
Fan
guy,
Fest last year, too.
yep. So
Was he?
yeah, so this is Matt Classic. We just wanted to get in touch with him because Matt is really good to partner with, especially trying to keep in the only governing body of wrestling globally. That with the Allied Independent Wrestling Federations, the AIWF, which SICW is part of. Um, because earlier this year they've had two of our, at least um, one of our guests from this past year, and also another one from the previous year. With the Golden Boy Greg Anthony, and of course with Hollywood Flynn Hendricks. With that, so yeah, always get a chance to get in different areas and growing, trying to keep different areas and territories in this nation. If you can get, it would be good to get something from just about every territory that there was, to get something, a good reputable uh, promotion in that territory to join the AIWF, and let's get truly the old school backing in as far as booking is concerned. That would be awesome, at least in my book. I would love to see it. Um, but no, he had some great. In fact, next year, and he's actually posted on his page that in February next year they are holding a tournament for the All Asia title, and
Nice.
they already made a belt for that, and that I mean that's China, that's Japan, I think that's Korea. Um, like so, there's I think I don't know. I check, but check out that belt if you get a chance. If you look at the I like AIWF Wrestling on Facebook, I think they posted that belt somewhere, but it's a sweet looking belt. And just to know that uh, things are being set up for that for all Asia title, so that's pretty cool. And the AIWF's growing, and hopefully stay tuned and keep in tune to that. And as soon as apparently I'm hopefully Santa is going to answer my wish list, and because my freaking Halo keeps going out on me, for crying out loud. Jeez, stop it! Oh my gosh, it's not on.
I don't think you're on the nice list though. So good luck. With
well, hopefully. Now this is a. I'm sorry. This is one of the best, one of the good up and coming female talents there is. The shooter Shailene. Um, who works with the IWA Productions, and of course also with New Breed, and I know she's done other work across other. She's done some work in IEW this past year, and then also some other promotions around. But Shailene is definitely a good talent to have, and she was fun to have on the show. And of course, her dad listens to the show off and on, or watches the show off and on, Dean, and it's good to see him off and on whenever he gets on here. And
Love some Shaolin. The, the, the chick is a baller. She can beat any dude's butt, too.
yeah, and I can't believe I forgot about her, because actually she makes the third female I totally forgot about.
And you set the slides up.
That's right. That's right. There's going. There goes my. Okay. Yes, sir. I'll be doing this all night. For crying out loud.
Mr. Herb, she's a good one to keep an eye out on. Like, that's one of my. That's probably I'm gonna say she's probably my favorite female local star right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's really good. She's really awesome. Like I said, there's been some that's been floating around the entire state, and she's one of those that are around
Yeah,
her. We just got some really good talent here in Missouri and Illinois. So, you know, Tyler's a big fan and deservedly so. She's got some great in ring work and
Tell me
definitely
somebody that Tyler's not a fan of them.
Tyler's a fan of himself. Remember that.
yeah. I love me.
I love Tyler, but
No, Tyler's awesome. Tyler wanted to buy a False Count Everywhere podcast shirt.
He's awesome, but he's not cool.
To me, aha! Yes.
You know what my memorable moment of the year was, real quick? Hold on. My memorable moment of the year?
oh,
I finally got a picture with Dink the Clown. See?
We're going down this road. Okay.
that's
Yep. Pretty
That's
much.
Dork. That's Dork the Clown right there.
You guys are horrible. The poor guy.
Oh, I love Tyler. Tyler's a good guy.
Tyler is no, he's really good.
Let's go back to our discussion.
Tyler's good. Tyler, you're good people. I don't care what anybody says. You're.
Hey, there's a reason I like witty talkers. So there it is. That was one of my favorite shows too.
Yeah, her coming on this year and talking along with the SICW Fan Fest, and also having Barbara Goodish along as well. Of course, the widow of Bruiser Brody, and we had a great conversation. Talking about her involvement in the business along with Frank, and and enjoy getting the best moments of their lives together, and of course with him and him in wrestling. So this was a really good another fantastic show that we enjoyed very much, and definitely a pleasure to have Barbara on. And of
Super
course,
fun show.
Of course, will be a pleasure to have her once again at the Fan Fest, because they did officially announce this past week that the Tony Costa, Larry Madison, Bruiser Brody Memorial Battle Royal will take place. Apparently, they're cutting the field down because everybody and wanted to get in on the action. Apparently, there was like over 30 participants in that battle royal this past year. Yeah, so you have to be kind of the creme de la creme of that. But of course, if the ballroom was bigger, I'd say, hey, why would make that a touring? But I don't think you want to that. You don't want to mess with that ballroom.
That was a beautiful ballroom.
Because down at the Aviator Hotel. But I'll tell you what,
that'll make all the guests a little like tight in there a little more so if you did that.
Yeah, I know. That's why you can't do it. So, but I'll tell you what, though, there's just a lot of stirring, a lot of rumors, nothing confirmed, but there's just so many names that's circulating right now. And we wait for Mr. Herb Simmons or the official SICW FanFest 2 event page on Facebook to make those announcements and go from there. So, but no, what a fantastic interview. And how about another fantastic interview here? My goodness. Olympic strongman Ken Patera. What a pleasure this was too, because watching this guy grow up and seeing him on an old repeat of strongman competitions, and also seeing him wrestle in the early 80s, especially when down at the Chase. He's the second ever Intercontinental Champion, dethroning Pat Patterson, the first one that was the inaugural one. Just what a great conversation. Of course, his book Weight of the World is still out there on Amazon, and that's basically Ken Patera's story. But he's just got a lot of great stories, a lot of great memories about his career in wrestling, and of course, also within strongman as well. And he got a chance to be part of the Fan Fest. And
He was another good one that we had and talked to. Like that was a fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. And when we got a guy in his 80s trying to deal with the technology that we deal with, that seems simple to us, but it's like I know he had to have he did have help that night, but he had some good help, and if it wasn't for that, we would not have been able to get him on. And like you said, it's good when everything clicks all together,
Mhm.
and just good, just all good things, all good things with Kempatera, and got a chance to meet him at the Fan Fest. So now,
Ah,
Okay, next slide now.
we got to give props where props are due. He did have one of the biggest swerves of the year, and we had him on our
yeah,
show. So, like, as much as he's one of those dirty, dirty, dirty Canadians, yeah, but he did fool us all once.
he did,
So,
he did fool a lot of people, and uh, you know it. But Sean Vincent, though, he at this time he was by the time he had his interview, he was not Central States. He was Central States champion for a short time, and of course, he
smart
said
move.
it very
Smart move.
yeah. Well, he got that taken away from Brandon Beretta, and now he's too busy being a Top Gun. Pew pew. So,
Well,
but
you know
no,
what? I will give him credit. I know he has a ranch up there in Canada. He's the only person in history that has 2 horses, but 3 horses' ass. He's the third one.
uh,
Oh, decent joke.
well, you know what? I heard a joke the other day about somebody telling a girl telling about the animals she had on the ranch. She's like, "Yeah, I got this one horse that's got one blue eye and 2 brown eyes." So I mean,
Move on.
move on.
Next.
He was a
So,
fun one though. Sean Vince is always fun to have on the show. He'll tell
oh, yeah.
how he thinks everybody should hear it, how he thinks everyone should hear it. But
I guess the one credit I'll give is that he was able to bring back a true legend from the area. Rat Boy.
Oh well, yeah, that
Oh,
was
come
at,
on. Come on,
that
really?
was at the Ben Oliver benefit in October. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I didn't realize that he was going to be there until he was actually there. So it is what it is.
I think that's how it always was.
So the next one is actually one of a milestone for us with our 100th episode in the books, and
2 of the meanest dudes. Well, we didn't have Attila
Yeah.
actually. We had Stevie E.
yeah. So like the card subject to change, Attila Khan was deep in thought, could not speak English that day, so
But we always have one of Zmiz's favorites of the SICW locker room, Big Texas. Not
Yeah,
that I
Big
think Attila
Texan,
Khan is not a
Texan.
nice guy. I said Texas. No, I did say Texas. No, sorry, Texan. My bad.
I've
My
heard that
bad.
a lot before. People calling it the Big Texas. So it's Big Texan. Thank you.
no, Zach is not a rundown bar from the '90s. So I mean, it's
But Attila Khan's still a nice guy. Right, GQ. Right,
Yeah,
GQ.
but hey, Ruby, isn't that where you had your first match at? I mean,
actually no, it was not my first match. So it's the same promotion, but my first match. Oh my god, this ain't about me tonight because I got a book. I
Yeah,
got a
we're
book of
about these
everything I've
2
been through.
monsters right here. The nice guy, Attila Khan, right, GQ, and Big Texan.
now you say it. Now you say, okay. I know we're going to talk about some stuff later. I'm definitely going to bring up something.
I mean, if I get corrected, I get corrected. I'm not afraid to say that I did a mistake, and I'm pretty sure Texan ain't gonna beat me up for it.
Yeah. No, they still don't like each other. Now Stephen E is
Hey, you know what? I'd like to see Texan at least give you one chop. Would you take one?
So you missed a Stephen E. take a lariat. So I mean, that's even worse.
Oh heck, I've still
Let me get back to you on that. I broke my sternum once, man.
I've heard some people actually that still hurting a year or two later after a Texan lariat. So
I don't want no. You think I'm? Hell no, I ain't taking the lariat. I said that I might potentially take a chop.
No, we're not saying you take a lariat. Just a chop.
Hell no. There's a reason Zmiz gets paid to talk and not get hit. Like, come on, bro.
Just one chop. Just one chop. No lariat.
I got to think about it. I got to think about the chop. I would potentially say I got chopped by a great wrestler, Colt Cabana. And he chopped the crap out of me, actually. So I asked for it. He delivered.
You kind of owe me. That should be something that's done.
I don't owe you anything.
Yeah.
I don't. Just because I think Attila Khan's a nice guy and you don't, not my fault. He didn't bite me. He bit you, not me. Don't get mad at me.
Words into my mouth. I don't want to hear it.
Don't get mad at me. This was a fun show, though.
It was a very fun show.
And Big Texan is still a big champion.
Yeah. And see, I'm going to give you some advice. If you have to think about taking a move, don't take the move. Because you're going. The reason why I say that is because you're going to tense up, and it's going to be even worse when it's struck. He has
me thinking about it now, so therefore, when the time comes, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'll be ready.
Take a shot before you do it, so you know. So you're not even trying to.
Well, Miranda Gordy, ain't she supposed to be there too again? I mean, you know. So
yeah.
She'll bring the booze, and he'll.
Yes, Sebastian.
Whoa! We missed something here.
What?
We did miss something.
What?
In between these two was the Fan Fest.
Yeah, but we're going to get back to that. We're talking about guests right now. Okay. We're talking about guests right now. It's all right. I know. I didn't have really much of a format today because I'm running with my head cut off here for about the last week.
I think we're doing just fine.
Yeah. So I mean,
don't beat yourself up.
Yeah, you know.
Speak good to yourself. Remember, we're going into a different year where we're going to speak positive thoughts to ourselves. We're going to do positive things. Big things going up.
I mean, we're always trying. We're always trying. But Sebastian Envy, this guy, I think he was the American heavyweight champion for AIWF, and I think he lost it shortly after he was on our show. But
not our fault.
No, not our fault. Not our fault. But he was a really good guy. I think he had a lot of gamer stuff too.
It was fun.
Yeah. Didn't he have like a whole bunch of Funko Pops and all that?
Yeah, we nerded out for a little bit. We talked wrestling. It was a beautiful time. He has so much. Talk about another smooth talker too. Watch his stuff. The guy, for one, the dude is just athletic as crap in the ring and is hitting people from all different angles, ground and pounding, crazy. And then he can talk like no one's business. I'm like, I'm sold. Dude's awesome. Dude's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I love how during this OZ we had passed the buck all the way up though. So.
I think, and also one of the guys that that apparently wrestles. I guess they still have the Christian Wrestling Federation down in Texas too.
Oh yeah, he had that great story to tell us about that.
Yeah,
which I didn't even know was a thing. So,
I knew it was the thing. Part of it. So, but
not the first time I thought Ted DiBiase and Sting did something similar back in the day.
Maybe.
No, maybe.
But no, he was. Sebastian was fun, really fun.
Yeah,
I remember we were like going into it hectic, weren't ready for crap.
You know how guys got bonuses at the at those shows, and at intermission they were passing offering plates down the rows so they can see the election.
We're already going to hell. We don't need your help for it now.
Dude. God would have liked that one.
The Lord is good. Time for a horse.
He would have thought that was funny.
Now we just lost all of our Christian viewers. Now, thank you. We lost Arkansas and we lost all the Christians.
I think our first cuss word or impure thought would have lost our Christian audience, but I'm just saying, especially with the horse joke. Moving on. This
Yes.
Hold on, asses in the Bible. Just saying.
This was such a good show at a time when we were. I mean, I was still feeling down and weak about things and having a hard time with a lot of mental thing. This guy was a inspiration, not only just to talk to, but talk about wrestling and about his career. So that's one right there, JAC. That's one to watch out.
JAC, and he's still.
Did he get his 24? He wants 24 hours, right? Was it him? I think it was him. The talk about doing the 24-hour match to break the Guinness Book of World Records. I think it was him. God dang it! Now
I'm trying to think who it was.
I want to say it was JAC. I want to say I'm right, but I guess. Do you remember? Guessed. What am I talking about? People in the chat. Do you remember? Help the brother out. No, he was fun. He was fun.
That had to have been like, I think it was like a tag match of some sort. And it's like, wrestling for 24 hours. Oh my gosh. I mean, you're trying to keep you're trying to keep an attention span on a 60-minute Iron Man match. I mean, holy crap. I mean, 24 hours wrestling, man. I mean, how does someone tag out and get something to eat and having to go to the bathroom and then come back up to the apron and get tagged in again? It's like
I want to see him at the urinal fighting. Sorry, that's the comedian wrestling fan in me. I apologize. No, but he was fun. He was good. He was really good. Dude's a beast.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. And Zach O'Brien, he was I actually have to go back with Zach here, because he I know that we've got a referral from Matt Classic on him, but no, he had a great story too. With let's see, I'm trying to see if he got I'm trying to look at his backstory. I don't think I got a really true backstory on him. So I know he's but he was more into hardcore matches though. He came out of Arkansas. I think he's been working about between 5 or 7 years. But no, he had a really good story too, and
and gave us some insight on the hardcore world too, like the more death match style. If not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, there's hardcore matches. There's definitely difference between hardcore and death matches. Definitely a difference, and because I've been in hardcore matches, you would have pitched a death match at me at that time when I was doing hardcore matches, I would have said no. I'm just saying. Of course, you got to be smart about what you put your body through if you want to continue doing other things. So hardcore, I can do cage matches. I can do, but I love to do another cage match before I'm done in my life. Yes, I would, but timing's got to be right. Situation's got to be right. I would love to do something like that. I think I was only in a cage maybe once or twice. I'll tell you what, something about a cage that kind of brings out the competitive animal and just the distinction. It's really, really fun.
I know we're talking about all these great guests we've had on here. Did you hear the potential at Deadline during the cage match between Roxanne Perez and I can't remember her name now. They supposedly said when they said the rules, they left out escaping the cage. So there's a thought that WWE's changing how they do the cage match, and you can only do pinfall or submission now inside.
That is so terrible. That is so terrible.
I was like, what? No.
No. I still in my book in a cage match. I'm still going old school. Two men enter, you battle. If one enters, if you get out of the cage by going over the top or through the door, both feet
You
hitting
win.
the floor, you're the winner.
Yeah.
That's the challenge. There's got to be a
It,
different strategy because all it is now is it's a freaking match with just you being caged. You just can't go out of the ring because there's a cage around you. There's no distinct.
I mean, in that defense, let me be the other side of the coin too on it, because I'm with you, Stowe. So just fair warning.
Yep.
Okay. I am escape the cage only. Like that's the way it's supposed to be. That's every time in the video games I would switch it to that. But they have over the years established it as a match just to keep people out.
Yeah.
So WWE has set it up that way to keep people out. So it's never been about escaping the cage. Where like when it originally was like you have to escape the cage, and that was basically the rule, right? Or am I
That
wrong?
was also before, their cages had a little big lip going over it with all the production equipment and everything. You have to try to climb over to get to the outside of the cage, but
Well,
that's not my fault.
Go over the side of the cage that doesn't have any production video equipment on it.
I believe all of them have it.
Yeah, they have it on all four corners now.
But who's going over a corner of the cage? You go out the flat side.
That's what we're talking about, this side.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they have it on all four corners and stuff. Like now, I was disappointed to hear that, but yeah, I get it. But like I said, they literally, if you go back and look at like all the more modern wrestling, right, of WWE, they really established it as it's to keep people out of the cage.
Right.
So like they changed the rules, like because it is that for them. It's to keep people in the cage and not out.
Right. Well, you want to keep the guys inside and everybody out. I mean, like I said, there's different types of matches like that. Like a lumberjack match, you can't trust what side's where you're gonna get thrown out on. You might get thrown out on the side where someone's gonna beat your tail and not throw you in right away. So I think there's just a different strategy, just like in a war games match. You should have found a way to surrender. This whole pinfall submission. Referees do not need to be inside of a cage match. Keep them out. Let them be inside. I mean, let them be on the outside. Let the people fight until you can determine a winner by going over the top or through the door. Both feet hitting the floor. That's what
Weren't
it is.
referees always in the cage matches though?
Not always.
Not always. No, they weren't
I will
always.
say though, because it did. I forgot what it was. Was it the Bash '87 where Lex and Nikita fought, and I think Luger won, but he pinned Nikita in the cage. I don't know why they had the referee in the cage. I don't know why that stipulation was added in, but then you go to Starrcade '87 between Flair and Garvin. No, wait, no. There was a referee in that. Never mind. I'm going to shut up because there was a referee in that match too. I don't know. Obviously, there's an argument between WWF and NWA back in the day, but I know with WWF, I just like the rule better. So there it is. So our next guest, hey, this guy, GQ.
That's your buddy. You guys are good friends.
Yeah. So this is after the George Tragos Luthez Hall of Fame from this past year, where we had a whole bunch of pictures talking about all the events and everything else there. And like I said, but the pictures I saw, yeah, Brody. Let's not talk about Brody and Luger in the cage because.
But the thing is, the ref was in there to make sure Luger could get out of the ring before Brody killed him. So.
Yeah, well, guess who was the referee in that one? The guy that's been on our show twice in our history, Bill Alfonso, and we've heard that story twice already. So, I seen the video of that cage match, and let me tell you, Luger He just like hightailed it out of there after he left the cage. He didn't even worry about putting his. He took his bag. He drove off in his gear.
I don't think he came back since.
Well, at least not around Brody. But so, oh my goodness! So yeah, we can't wait to hear that.
Is that going to be a private story, or can that be on the show?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll talk about that. But after seeing the pictures and all the events and everything else that was at this Hall of Fame this past year, definitely, if it does not stir you as a true professional wrestling fan, you got no,
Yep.
you do not have a pulse as a professional wrestling fan. You need to go do this right here. So July 18th through 20th, 2024, Waterloo, Iowa. That's where the 25th anniversary is going to be this year. And I'm sure Luke is going to be there. And by God willing, and by in the programs, you're going to see the Falls Count Everywhere podcast in there too, and we will be there as well. So we will keep our fingers crossed and pray to the wrestling gods above that we make it there. So
please,
hey, if I make it to St. Louis and ride with you, Ruby, we could pick up Z on the way.
Oh yeah,
we could. But
oh yeah, I mean,
no White Castles in that road trip though.
Okay, Taco Bell instead. Okay, here we go. On our
that's a big fact. Luke is a historian of the business.
Yes, he is.
Brick Savage!
This guy.
A monster.
An ultimate beast, man. But with a good head and good intentions. But man, when it comes to bell time, this guy is an absolute freaking monster and an impressive monster, man. And actually, a couple weeks ago, he actually reposted this event on his Facebook page.
Yeah, he did.
So,
he's killing it right now, man.
Oh my gosh,
all over the place. That boy is traveling.
And what are the potential matches we talked about with him? Was it with him and Shane Taylor? Dude,
Shane Taylor is one of them. I said that I would love to see him and Josh Alexander and TNA go at it.
Oh, dude, that
match would be. Him and Jake something would be fired. Like we could throw just people at him.
I think I'm more with him and Josh Alexander.
Oh, I'm with it. Josh Alexander and him would have a oh my god match, bro. I'm telling you, those two could destroy a match. That's one of my favorite wrestlers going right now is Josh Alexander. But Brick Savage is right up there, man. That's my guy. I throw him.
How many times these guys will throw each other down so hard during the match?
I throw him memes all the time.
So impactful,
dude. Yeah, those guys, they hit hard, and I love it.
Yes, I know. Can you imagine? I mean, oh my god, dude. Ooh. Yeah. So, he was really cool, and I know you and him talk off and on. So
yeah, we nerd out together.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah. It was really awesome, and like I said, he's still killing it today, man. Even more successful than he was when we talked to him back at the end of July. And hey, here's our next guy.
This guy's been making waves too.
Yeah, the AIWF World Television Champion, and maybe he's still the champion there. But Hollywood Flynn Hendricks. He's also got another title in his collection now too.
Yeah.
But no, he's killing it. He was back at the last SICW show in November, and him and Gil Rogers putting on another good showcase match, and Gil did not get the victory. So Flynn came away with the title still. So no, it's all great AIWF talent that comes through has been coming through SICW. Like Greg Anthony came through the Sandoval High School show back in September, defeating Kowalski in the cage match. That was a big one. Greg Anthony jumping off the top of the cage, the splash on the Kowalski, defeating him there. And
This is his current selfie. I love it.
oh, let's get in. Hold on, keep it up, keep it up,
All
keep it up.
three of the belts. Look at that.
Oh yeah, look at
He's
that.
a funny dude.
Look at that grin.
I love him. I mean, he was such a fun guy to talk to.
Yeah.
And a big advocate of mental health. So mad respect after that.
Yes. Yeah, like I said, some of us guys we do go through that. So, yeah, but definitely a big advocate of health, of mental health. It's always a very good, very very important part. Um,
He doesn't need to be liked by everybody. He's a good dude. Oh,
yeah,
Nick. Yes.
yeah. See Nick out of the Georgia area, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah, this guy, he was definitely the light to work with, and he's a color commentator, ring announcer, booker. You know, um,
And a personal surprise for me, GQ.
who what?
You told me he was a personal surprise for me, so that I had somebody to communicate with because of doing commentary and stuff, and I got to learn a
Oh
little bit
yeah,
from
of
him. It was
course.
awesome. Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah, he's been around the southeast, and he's also done work up in Canada. He's been booked up in Canada, and yeah, he's very he's like I said, about 11 years in the business. He definitely knows what's going on, and
Yeah, he's a good mind.
yeah, he has a really good mind of the business. Like I said, with seeing Nick and the Black Diamonds seeing Nick. So, um, but no, I mean, I would like to see some of his work. What was it? IPTV. I forgot. I forgot it was the IPTV wrestling subscription. I forgot. I have to
Oh,
go back and look because
I
I
can't
think
remember now.
I can't remember it either. Because there's like a whole bunch of independent promotions that have put their stuff up there, dude. And I'm telling you,
It's worth it.
if all you watch is wrestling, period, and you do not want to see a repeat, then getting that subscription will will f- fulfill your fix and then some. In fact, you won't even be able to watch every bit of it, even in a month, even all the new stuff that comes
Hmm.
out. So I mean, it's got a lot for everybody on that. Gotta go fish that out. And a 7,
Ooh, there's a fun guy too.
yeah, 7 was definitely a fun individual to have. He I know he'll want to come back on the show. Um, and kind of shoot the breeze here with us. But yeah, he's been what about 12 or 13 years now, and he's and I forget which part of the AIWF. I think that there was some he was referred to over. I know the Mad Classic referred me over to him, but just a really good. He was actually featured in the PWI 500 when he first got in. Which is also pretty cool to kind of get your name in a national publication, which is awesome to have. Um, so, um, but no, I mean, we were pretty much just shooting the breeze about just the business in general, and he had some really good insight with that. Always good to have somebody who kind of sees where we're coming from. So, what a great guest to have on there. And what about this guy? Huh? Oh,
That's a
wasn't for
ham.
this guy, I would not have not got my chance in the wrestling business. That's
I
frankly,
think it's spoken for almost all three of us, right? Almost.
let's see.
No, I started with Murphy.
Yeah, GQ got to start with the Mississippi Valley Wrestling Alliance. Promoter is Steve Murphy on that. So
I got
uh,
best commentator of the year with him for the first year in.
there you go. there you go. And Frank, of course, yeah, he does what he can. He is battling some health issues, but I mean, he is doing things in everyday life. But he doesn't get out as much as yeah, true many guys want to have, and like, but with Frank, he got me my start. At least I did train with Johnny Jet. I trained with drill instructor, and I trained with Frankie D. So those are my three trainers that I had to credit my screw my in ring skill to, and
That's right, Larry Wolf.
but like I said, but Johnny G, I'm sorry, Johnny Jet, drill instructor, Frankie D, those three guys taught me a lot in this business, and once I got I moved pretty fast because I was going working in other places. Like about maybe 4 or 5 months later, I was in that first MVWA show in Columbia too, GQ. Uh, with
Yeah, I
well,
heard those stories. I didn't make it to that
yeah,
one.
yeah, being my first time meeting Derek Stone, it's dangerous Derek Stone, and oh boy, you want to talk about a loose locker room, boy? The beer was overflowing that night in the locker room, and it's the main event was drunk, but
The main event was on all the police cars that were outside. I mean, I'm just saying.
yeah, right. Oh my goodness, yeah. Those guys are throwing some big moves down, and oh boy, I don't think they felt half of it, but it looked pretty bad from us. We were watching.
Hmm.
Something about alcohol that kind of tames your pain throughout anything. But no, Frank. He's been like I said, he was on the front row for the SICW shows in the early '80s. Went on to got into promoting. Had his first official show in March of '88, and even 35 years plus years later, he's still trying to do work. But if anything else, he's been involved with a Prairie Independent Wrestling, and also trying to fulfill announcing duties with American Championship Wrestling. But he can only see much that his health can endure.
Hmm.
And then he's helping his boy, right, restart RCW.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he can't physically do
No,
a
no,
lot,
no,
but
they're doing it themselves.
yeah. But like I said, I mean, I guess it is. Once you're in it, it's like for a lot of these guys, once you're in it, you're kind of stuck in it till the very end. So I guess Frank is one of those guys.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
the reason I'm here.
you know.
So he's the one we got to blame. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well,
What do you mean he's got to blame?
it's not. That's really. I mean, there's a couple other people.
Hey, trust me. There's some people I can point at him that I want to blame, and
I was one of the good ones he picked.
let's just say I was the brutality part of Brutality Incorporated, and
La 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 la.
la 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 going on. Let's see what do we got here next. Oh yeah, let's Blaze Ray. Blaze Ray. Not now. He's still trying to recover, and he's still hoping to get back inside the ring soon. But yeah, Blaze is really good guest to have as well. Um, let's see. I think he's been. Gosh,
He had a knee injury, correct?
I believe it was.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah, I believe it was an injury. Yeah.
Hopefully, he's getting better and getting movement back and all that stuff, and going to have a great 2024.
Yeah, so about 11 years or so he's been in the business. Mostly a tag wrestler, but he's been more into the singles, and yeah. So he's still hopefully in 2024 he'll be rested and ready to go, and hopefully he can get back. And yeah, so hopefully I wish him well for this upcoming year. And Brody Parrish, there we go with another one. Actually, a lot of these guys from around the Midwest. No, wait, no,
The
he was from
Southern boy.
Virginia. He's the
He's
one
from
from Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah, he was the one from Virginia. That he was more the deathmatch type of guy right here.
Yep.
Yeah, no, this guy.
He was fun to talk to.
Oh
We had
yeah,
some good conversation with him.
oh yeah. With as far as like trying to sell us on the death match.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
it was a really good talk and two different sides of the coin kind of mentality. I respect it. I liked it.
no, I mean, like I said, I mean, death matches. I mean, it's got to be for an audience that obviously that's only doing the death match here, and I you know, I mean, if the guys want to mutilate themselves, then hey, it is what it is. So, um, but no, I mean, but I respect what he does, but it's got to be very painful. But you know what? If it all depends how long you want to be in the business and how you want to feel after you're done with the business, after being inside the ring. So that's some important factors that a lot of us don't do, but you really should consider. But that was definitely a good talk with him and kind of discussing the point counterpoint with the death match. And here's our boy in our next one here, Jody. Jody's a
Love
good one.
Jody.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's my dude.
yeah. Jody was good. Um, yeah, we're gonna get back to him in a little bit. Of course, he's our AEW Midwest champion. Really good story about him. About he came up and
He's been the man carrying the company, if you ask me.
you know, well, I mean, no, he's got a lot of fans. He does have a lot of fans, and someone's got to step up and do the torch, at least for IEW. With Ward having to retire, just over a week ago, about a week and a half ago. You know, someone's got to carry that torch. I mean, even though PT Beckham has the heavyweight title, but this guy is doing all he can to carry it. So,
Curious to see if brothers come to blows on that one. Just throwing that out there. So,
yep.
Quit causing dissension. Quit causing dissension.
hey, I like both of them. They're good chums of mine in the back. I just hope they don't let things erupt. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just trying to help them out.
Yeah. Now, what about this guy here, the modern day outlaw Aiden Perrin, out of
First
Iowa?
time we did an interview in a barn.
Hey,
And
by
he
the
did
way,
an awesome job too.
yeah, he sure did.
He's a fresh up and comer, ready to go. Like he's ready to really buckle down and show what a lariat is with a new style. So I can't wait to see what 2024 has with him since
He may be floating down the SICW at some point. He may be. So, yeah, there you go. Just confirmed.
he wrestled out. Where did he get trained at again? Remind me.
Um.
I Kane's school.
Oh yeah, Jacob Pritchard's wrestling.
Yeah,
Academy.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, he was out of Knoxville. Yeah.
Yeah, out of Knoxville. Yeah, he's ready to go. He had that crazy story about them living in that dude's house.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Herb. Thank you. I couldn't get Mr. Pritchard's name out of my mouth.
All right.
So yeah, he has some great insight on what it's like to go to or potentially have to move to train in a place to get the proper training that you want in this business.
Right on.
And we have one of those locally too. Ace Academy. Just a shout out, guys.
It's Academy. Yep. That's and congratulations to Sean Douglas last night, who was announced as the recent Ace Academy graduate. So So Sean Douglas has now been officially a graduated member and now has surpassed Bob Orton's training. So, like I said, that's you get through your initial training. It's you're always still needing to learn. You can always learn as long as you're in the business. You're not done learning. You just got to adapt to what comes new and trying to learn what you can. So, um, but I'll be yeah. So he'll be coming to SICW at some point in 2024. Looking forward to meeting him and getting a picture with him to add to the Falls Count Everywhere portfolio. So, uh,
Ah, there he is, Big Nasty.
yep, big. The reason I got hooked on Bucked Up is Big Nasty Glenn Williams right here,
He
man.
sold us on it. We're addicted, or at least you are.
I am. Yeah, I even got the rut supplement over there with the it's got a little bit of a testosterone booster because sometimes you just need to get that extra energy somehow. Boy, Herb.
Oh, come on, Hurt. We have to talk about this. Like, I know you're not a fan of Mr. Nasty, and the other dude that he hangs out with, I'm not such a fan with, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think any. No. I'm pretty sure this should be Rookie of the Year. Big Nasty Glenn Williams, 100%. I got to go with it.
But he was never officially announced as Rookie of the Year, but he'll take that moniker and just run it wherever he was. But now he's just kind of going with the winner, Glenn Williams, even though he's got a winning percentage of about 0.191. So, um,
Love it. Love it. He is the nasty one, though.
oh man, but no, gotcha. Yeah, so I saw him down. Did see him last night as well, but I'm like, hey man, you're welcome if you're getting more incentives from sales because we're kind of peddling your product. So, you know, hopefully we get a chance to get a
I just
introduce
like helping out guys I
down the
like.
road. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm hoping. Oh my goodness. Let's see. What do we have next here for you? Maybe. Oh yeah. Trending Trent Daniels.
Mhm. I,
Uh,
I enjoyed him and I enjoyed what he had to say, but I say, Trent, if you hear me, we need to try it again with better audio because I think you deserve a bigger platform, my friend, and you deserve it the right way. Just saying, throwing that out there. It
No,
was
I
a
agree.
pleasure having you.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's just you just get into an area where a building doesn't interfere with your signal, like kind of like a gym with a whole bunch of metal in it.
He had so many good stories, though.
He did.
And
He
he's a
did.
talent. He's always trending. Come on. See, Mr. Herb knows too. Eyes on that guy.
That's right. I mean, like I said, he's an excellent talent. He's a great talent. Um, and like I said, and he is hashtag trending because if it wasn't for trending Trent Dangles, that something tells me that we would have not gotten the good handful of followers we've gotten within the
Oh
recent
yeah, he put
week.
eyes on us and respect.
Heck
Respect,
yeah.
sir.
We need more eyes on us because man, we're bringing the energy. We're bringing all the great talent to the forefront with some great stories and some great insight. Man, that's what we're doing. We like to interact. We're not just shooting. We're not dirt sheet reporters by all means. We're not trying to ruin the business. As far as like trying to tell you like any type of result that's upcoming. We want to give you our insight from based on our experience, especially with my experience and what Z's watched in all his years, and of course also with GQ and what he thinks. But with the years with him being in the business, like so we're not dirt sheet reporters, but we try to see things from a different perspective,
Mm-hmm.
kind of give you our perspective because we've seen it, we've done it. You know, we're not trying to ruin it, but we want to try to give you a hypothesis of what could happen. You know, in different
Agreed.
situations. So that's us. Uh, but no. We appreciate all the followers, and like I said, we're going to be getting some. We're lining up for some big names to come across. Come around the Fan Fest. Hopefully, any names that may be coming down to the Trago Hall of Fame in July. Like I said, we're lining up a big 2024. And speaking of big name guest, at least in my book, capping off our last guest of the year, which was just last week, the Queen of the Junior Suplex, Ari Alexander, and what a delight she was. I mean, I
She
think
was a great guest too. Man,
yeah, it's just a great talent.
every week that you're complaining to us because you do all the work and we just sit back and bask in the glory that is Rick Ruby. We've had a star-studded get. Like, look at that lineup, Ruby.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Take an applause for your hard-ass work, my dude, because you did that for us to reap this benefit. So thank you, because Ari was a blast to have. And the insight of the OVW and where they're kind of trending and how they're moving and stuff and what her goals were for 2024, like that's all on your shoulders, man. So hats off, round of applause. You don't hear it enough, and I think we need to tell you more. And I know these fans that we have, I love you for it. So,
hey, I mean, no one's gonna want to watch me by myself every freaking week.
yeah, but if you bring amazing guests like this and the star-studded lineup we've had, come on, man.
Yeah, there's very few guys that can pull a one-man show when it comes to whether it be a radio show, whether it be a podcast, anything else. There's very few people that do one man. You know, we're talking like Joe Rogan. We're talking even like
he has a whole crew.
Well, I mean, he's got a whole crew. Yeah, but he's the main thing. And, you know, even with Logan Paul's podcast, you know, and of course, you know, the Pat McAfee show. I mean, I know he's got a crew too. But I'm sorry, but I am not jealous of his freaking hashtag during his when his show goes on. Hashtag PMS live. I mean, somebody's gonna think, oh man, we're gonna hear a whole bunch of gripe and bitching. But no,
now we just lost all of our female viewers. Now, thank you, Ruby.
That's right. Yeah, that one man show, that's going to be interesting with Bill After. That's going to be on the Friday night right before the big Fan Fest on May 17th. As soon as we get ticket information on that, whenever those go on sale, because that's a special VIP ticket only. That's going to be separate from the Saturday, I would believe. But like I said, I would take the assumption, but I'm not going to make anything official on that until it's been announced. But
yeah, but you've never seen Bill After as I've seen Bill After doing karaoke. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there you go. Follow that website. Go right ahead because we'll do it. SICW.org. That's where you need to get all, and that's also where you can book your rooms too. For the Fan Fest, they've got a good package deal. For the one night or 2 nights that you want to come down there, if you're tired after being down there all weekend, stay another Saturday night, enjoy, and just take it easy Sunday, getting back home, take it, and just taking that time and enjoying that. So yeah, SICW.org.
Well, Z wants to actually room with the Godfather that weekend. I'm just.
Oh hell yeah, I would do that. Don't even question me. Like I got happy little filers. Let's go.
I was gonna say you better hope those plants don't go up in smoke.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh man.
It's not so much the hoe train anymore though.
Oh well.
And you haven't seen funny as you've seen if you haven't seen the videos of GWC, the Greatest Wrestling Collection guy, Godfather, and Teddy Long driving around smoking.
All I know is I'm going to have a good time. We're going to laugh. And at the end of it, I'm getting White Castle. So I'm completely in.
Oh, man. Shoot.
What?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Teddy Long's seen Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. He knows what's up.
Uh, Abdullah will have his forks for sale. That's right, Abdullah the butcher. Yes, he'll have his fork. But I'll tell you
Oh,
what.
are we gonna get a fork off?
Oh my god. Let's go to this real quick. Oh my gosh. Let's just say the biggest joy and the biggest payoff of the year, right here, is all three of us together. Look at
Oh,
that,
that was a blast.
man. You want to talk about uh having that banner there, having all three of us there, doing the show live, and trust me, I will be getting that hotel Wi-Fi access instead of going off my cell phone for this past year. I'll do everything I can to get the better Wi-Fi on there. And let's hope the fans are on for both nights too. So I mean, so we're not so hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was hot that day.
Yeah. And look at that, Jimmy Hart would be the MC for the Fan Fest. So that would be awesome.
Well, it looks like I might be just bringing a crave case to the hotel the Friday night.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta.
You are not being near us at the show, I'll tell you.
I gotta get in close to one of my idols, and the whole reason I call myself the Gym City Mouth.
But look at
that's when that little dork took my title.
You know what? You know the one thing that this show did though, finally beat the record that either Serger or Herb had for the longest show.
Oh,
that was a long show.
Yeah,
it was a long show. No, I mean, I still say that Herb still has the record for the longest episode.
This was a whole episode for like 6 hours that day.
Yeah, I think we're on for like 4. I think we're on air for like 4 hours, but it just seemed like 6. At least to me, it did. I'll tell you, with the pain I was in, I'll tell you that.
Don't you wish we could hit the arrow button there too? Oh, that was a good moment, man.
The worst thing GQ was actually trying to. Sorry, happy little trees.
Hey, GQ, we got to talk to this kid. Get up for a minute, will you?
Hey, he was a blast to talk to.
Shut up.
He was a blast. It was his birthday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was his
correct,
birthday.
GQ? Yeah.
Yep.
It was a blast talking with him, talking about wrestling.
And then about his grandma trying to hit on all the wrestlers, but anyway.
Hey, mad respect. Mad respect, Grandma. Do it.
Hey.
No, he was fun, man. I love to see the next generation of wrestling fanatics. You know, we're not as fortunate as Luke Justice to get baptized by it, but I love seeing young kids addicted to wrestling. Like, I woke up this morning and Chase is watching old wrestling on YouTube and stuff. So I love it. Look at that title right there. Oh, it's so beautiful.
This show was the best because not only did like Z try wine from Miranda Gordy, you also had Teddy on the show, Barry Horowitz somewhat.
Well, Teddy just told us we were going one-on-one with The Undertaker. That was it. We got to get him on the show. I had a mark out moment with Jared. What? No, what? I mean, I'll sit down Undertaker too. That'd be cool.
There you go.
That's a mean picture. Not that one. I mean, that's a mean picture too. Haku.
That's like I didn't move. It's like I'm scared right now.
Hey, he's coming back too.
It's like I love Haku just in his Hawaiian shirts, and then like he gets in the ring, and you're like, I knew I didn't want to mess with that man.
One favor, if you can, Herb. Can you put 6 of the bigs right next to the Falls Count Everywhere tape? I'm just saying, make easier some people running back and forth. Anyway.
No, that's just
probably the only person that I think scares everybody in the wrestling business. I think Taker would even back away from him.
Yeah.
He put me
we know it's just going to get bigger and better.
Hey, speaking of my boy, that's my dude. And Isaac on We Talk Wrestling. Kevin. Yeah, them are my homies.
There you go.
They came down from Iowa.
That's right.
I wonder if I can get them convinced to come down again.
It'd be a smart move. Look at that.
Wasn't that one of the Hearts?
Or
No.
one was
Or like they had associated with the
came
Hearts.
out for Canada, or
Yeah, yeah.
I thought so.
I know he's not one of the Hearts, so I mean,
Yeah, I just remember they were like he talked about being associated with them. Yes, he did.
Right. But then here we go. I think we're at a good picture here. There's a good picture.
Frank.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. The movie star. Right. Oh yeah. But there's Fred Alvin or Tugboat or Shockmaster. You know, had to watch this stuff, make sure he didn't trip and fall through.
Love Fred. It was such a fun.
I only love and kidding jokes. Sorry. There you go. There you go. There's your moment right here.
Me and Teddy Long.
Yeah, Teddy Long. So you go one on one.
And this is where he told us we were going to go one on one with the Undertaker player.
You probably shoved me in there first, wouldn't you? You probably would.
yep.
I'm gone. Teddy said it. I'm like, I'm out. GQB fanboying it over. Oh, it's Undertaker. Shove.
We also had one of the Bushwhackers on there too.
Oh yeah. We had Luke, didn't we? I think we had Luke.
Yeah.
I think we had Luke. I'm trying to look
That's
at
who took that picture? Did you take that picture, GQ?
No, it wasn't me. I wasn't there for that.
Oh,
What if
yeah.
that was that not so coolly kid?
Oh, hold on. I think I found it. I think I found what you're looking for. Hold on a second. Oh. Okay, no.
I mean, that was a good
Bear with
photo.
me for just a moment. I'm just kind of going through some
There's
things.
a lot
We
of
had
good
a
photos.
lot of photos that day. Oh yeah, here we go. There we go. There's Bushwhacker Luke there.
Yeah.
And with Jerry Briscoe.
And I had a mark out moment. 100%. I was so giddy.
Wow. There you go. But no, the Fan Fest was, to me, the biggest highlight of the entire year. Because, I mean, even though I endured pain, I would have not missed this for the world. And even working hurt in that battle royal, I don't care. I did not want to miss it for anything. Oh man, I tell you, and like I said, 2024 is going to be even bigger, and we are the first official committed vendors of the SICW Fan Fest 2. So we are the first official ones.
Second
We did have a
official
list.
We will
if I'm
be there.
correct, and second official was Six from the Bigs, I believe.
I don't know. I don't know
I
about
think.
the score. I don't know about the score. All I know about is number one. Number one. That's all I know. Number one. That's all I know.
Number one.
Six who? Number one. So. That's all I know, buddy.
Oh,
I know.
it was a blast, and I can't wait to do it all over again. I'm trying to convince my wife to go down with me and stay the weekend. So,
hey, you never know. You never know what could happen. Oh man! But you know what? Also,
But you know what? The Fan Fest was probably the best, but it was also one of the worst, embarrassing moments of my time.
Why?
Because of this little snot right here
I didn't do anything.
making fun of Attila Khan and getting hurt by him. I'm just saying.
I did nothing wrong.
You made fun of him, and
Never
he came
did.
back to me.
Never did.
Bullshit, isn't it?
How is calling somebody nice making fun of them? I was. I said Telecon's a nice guy. He's never been rude to me. Just saying, he bit you, so obviously you deserved it somehow. You did something wrong, not me. Quit bringing it up.
Okay,
It's okay.
We'll see when Texan chops you.
Oh shit.
Now you know what we're getting for.
Yeah, well, I guess I think he's got a reason there. So,
I mean, I did nothing wrong.
yeah.
Hey, but the Fan Fest this year or this upcoming year will be the debut of the Lego set once it gets completed.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm actually really excited for that, and you need to make it to where I can have like my own.
Pictures.
What?
Yeah,
Pictures.
that's what. Teddy Long and Mac Davis will be back for the Fan Fest as well. That'd be good to see because I'm sure they're going to be doing an episode of Road Trip After Hours down there. Like I said, we're going to do our live feed like we did this past year. Hopefully we can get some of the
Some
other
of the
guys.
pioneers of the women of wrestling there that this year too. Wendy Richter.
Wendy Richter.
Oh yes, that's right. Oh my God. Talk about a WrestleMania 1 or even Rock and Wrestling Connection flashback. We got Leilani Kai and Wendy Richter coming down as recipients of the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame, along with Judy Martin, which also we're gonna have a Glamour Girls reunion with Judy Martin and Leilani Kai, and Jimmy Hart's gonna be there. And I kind of wonder, does Jimmy Hart still have the old Glamour Girls blazer? Man, I don't know.
You know he does.
It's just you kind of wonder. You know, all the blazers he had airbrushed or made everything else. You kind of wonder if Jimmy Hart still has all of those.
I don't know if he has all of them, maybe, but he has a couple of them probably.
Well, because man, he had a lot of them. Man, holy
I'm
crap!
going to go down the list real quick because I'm kind of looking through it right now. So George Abel is going to be there for the Fan Fest. The Glow Girls of Ashley, Roxy, and Sunny, not the one that's in jail, will be there. Tokyo Monster Kahagas will be returning to SICWAB at the Fan Fest. Wendy Richter, Leilani Kai, and Judy Martin, like you had said. Rock and Roll Express. Coco Beware, Wildfire Tommy Rich. Abdullah the Butcher, Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, Haku, D. David Schultz. Oh, no. What I said. Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, Sal Paul Renaro, Bill Apter, James Beard is returning again this year, Tim Storm, Brian Blair. Cool. Brian Blair won half the Killer Bees, but then you also got the High Flyers of Greg Gagne and Jim Brunzell. Somehow we couldn't get the other half of the Killer Bees. So Steve Kern, Teddy Long and Mac Davis, Little Cato, Mario Mancini, Paul Roma, Tito Santana, Stan Hansen looks like it's coming back again. Night Train Gary Jackson is receiving the Sam Muchnick Award that year. Rock Riddle, Cowboy Bob Orton Jr., and somebody I think Z's looking forward to meeting, which is, the Godfather.
Yep.
Unfortunately, this year we couldn't get. Last year we always was able to get Tugboat. We couldn't get Shockmaster or Typhoon or anything. But this year we only got the Godfather. We can't get Papa Shango or Kama. So.
Sure. Well. Yeah, but either way, like I said, and there's going to be more names announced when we have more information about that. We will bring you up to date on that. But what was also so great and so fun this past year that we had mostly all year long, and we just sometimes it kind of gets us through a show, whether if we're tired or whatever, we find a way to enlighten ourselves. Want to take a while, guess?
I know what it is.
There we go. There you go. We're gonna go over our best. At least I'm trying to select some of the best memes we had this past year, and so let's kind of start off with the with the product plugging here. How about with Seth Rollins and Red Dead Redemption 2 burning down?
It's the best, dude.
That was a good one.
I wish that could have been a shirt,
dude.
I think it actually is on Pro Wrestling
Tees.
I think it is.
Dude, that's awesome.
Probably not, but just because of the name there alone.
How about the last of Oos?
The lad of Oos.
the whole friction in the bloodline, just Jay and Sammy. That was funny too. Let's see. How about Carrie Cross? You Grand Theft Auto Vice City, the Carrier Cartel. With that shirt.
Hey, but GTA 6 is coming out soon, finally. Yay!
Yeah, next year.
2025. I'm not
Yeah,
stoked.
2025, bro.
It's still close and it has been.
2025. Yeah. I mean, we've waited 3 consoles.
They might have not said anything until next summer. A lot of people are mad. I'm not going to get into that, but
where's my Pro Wrestling T at? God damn.
How about AEW's Wait Forever game?
That's still a classic.
I've got to tell you, I did get that game. Oh, holy hell, that is horrible.
Yep.
Could have told you.
Not even worth the $39.99, even if it's on sale.
Is it me, or did they not even age Britt Baker? She just looks and Sting. They're the only ones that look the same.
They're assuming that she got as much plastic surgery as Cher, so so she didn't really age at all.
Well, we can find out if you turn forward time. If you would turn forward.
Okay,
time.
move on. You guys are busting lame jokes out.
You guys are forgetting she's a medical doctor. She could have access to many different types.
She's a dental doctor. Her teeth would be great, but the rest of her won't be so much.
She knows how to use a syringe, and she can get Botox. Okay, moving on. How about Big Papa Crunch? No,
that's still a great one.
The 141 2/3 chance of being a balanced breakfast. And how about in the theaters, Bam Bam Bigelow, Male Gigolo?
I don't know if I'd go see that. That'd be feeling creepy. That's a great big man.
Hey, if you can see Chris Farley dance with his shirt off, you can see Bam Bam Bigelow as a male gigolo.
Now, even I've taken my shirt off, so you know.
How about backstage assault with Jack Perry? And
Still want this video game.
Am I the only one that's still marking out with the fact you got the little Ace Steel at the bottom?
It's just a little Ace Steel.
Right there. A little Ace right here.
Well, you got the Elite on the other side too, I guess.
Yeah, right over here.
Wait, who's behind Ace?
Nobody's behind Ace.
That's the wall.
That's the wall.
Is it the wall? Never mind.
That's the gap between Punk's legs, so we're not going to go there. And the new Judgment Day.
Although I'm sorry, she looks good in pink there too. I'm just, you know.
You know what's funny about that is like this is almost a meme to the fact that the New Day literally dressed up as the Judgment Day for Halloween.
Yeah, that's right. They did. They sure did. And I think
somebody needs to redo this though to add R-Truth. I'm just saying.
One more product? Oh yeah, Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Time to go catch a bad guy. Yeah. That'd be funny if
the thing on this show is the car says yeah.
Oh yeah, if Kit's he calls out for Kit. Hey Kit. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's kind of go. I picked up a good handful of these, and we'll get through as much as we can. But remember the whole JD's Newsy again.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
Oh God, you gotta love that one. And let's see our next one here. Prove that video games can lead your children to a lifetime of crime.
I hadn't seen this one before.
Little Dom on a PSP, and now he's a thug.
Beautiful.
So I guess he was playing Grand Theft Auto 3 at this one, or
It'd be Vice City.
I think on PSP.
San Andreas.
Is this? No, it's Vice City. It's Vice City Story. Vice City Stories was the first
Oh
one.
yeah,
they released on
because
PSP.
it was out like in 05.
That makes a lot of sense now if you look at it now with Vice City. Yeah.
And then Chinatown was the next one. And then they released San Andreas for it. Actually, I don't know if they did.
I don't know. Chinatown, I have to go back and look at that.
Yeah, Chinatown's one of them. Because it's Vice City Stories and then Chinatown.
How about coming out of the bathroom after an exceptionally good bowel evacuation?
Woo!
Woo, do not go in there.
We don't need to tell stories, do we? So let's move on.
And that's what happens when you go to White Castle. Anyway, next. Are you sliding the straw in and out of my McDonald's cup?
Now I can't unhear that now.
Yeah. Next time I get a large sweet tea from McDonald's, I'm going to try playing Shinsuke's theme. I don't know how well it's going to go, but I'll try.
You're a little late for the show. Sorry, we don't get the time for you this time. Maybe next year.
Oh yeah, how about when you're on your lunch break and consider not going back?
Been there.
With your punk eating muffins. Oh god, what a year Punk had, huh? Wow.
And he actually does look healthier now, still. Which
Yeah, it does. Remember, when your mom goes, your dad was such a ladies' man in the 80s. Is that in the 80s? Oh my. Well, here's another good one here for you. You don't let your pizza rolls cool down.
Yep. I know that way too much. I should learn by now, but I don't.
Oh. And of course, one of my favorite ones, and I don't care. Most will call him Adam Copeland, but there's well,
I was going to say that better made it.
Oh yeah, everybody stand and salute your favorite Canadian hero, at least as far as AEW is concerned. I don't care what anybody says. That's still going to be missed.
You know what? You could actually say you could change it to the rated R allegiance, and it'll still work. Same music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But you take the PL off of Pledge. That's why you got the Edge of Allegiance. So it's kind of smoother. But oh well. Forever, this is when he had long hair too, so he's got a cut and he's looking older and he's performing in front of like 30% of the crowd he used to be. So anyway.
And not as bad as Alberto Del Rio.
Oh no, my god, yeah. No, that boy did that to himself, so I don't care. Mom's waking up their son. Dad's waking up their son. Get up, boy. Drop an elbow on him. Let's see. When she's in the other room waiting for her to apologize and she hears the PlayStation beep.
As of right now, though, it's the other way around with Z's house.
Yeah. I don't know. She might be asleep now, but she was playing Spider-Man 2 when I came down here.
I got Spider-Man on the PlayStation. I need to play that again too. They need to go Spider-Man game.
No girl likes hearing that. So at least when they're waiting for an apology.
Once again, mine's upstairs playing a PlayStation.
Ours would be like, honey, could you go make me something to eat real quick? Sure, honey. 2 minutes later, beep.
I mean, I cook and play.
Right.
Hey, back in the day, it was Sega.
Oh, yeah.
I got in trouble many times with the ex-wife on that one.
Sega's awesome. But, oh, yeah. John Cena White coming up with a hospital asking, where am I? Nurse says, ICU. John Cena, no, you can't. Hey, you lucky I put a picture of John Cena there, so anyway. my charger on the other side of the room. My be in bed with my 1% of the phone battery.
I actually finally moved the charger back to the bedroom. I had it in the living room for a while.
I was like Hogan here when they put like a freaking like a like a Motorola Edge in his hand or something. Or no, that's an iPhone.
Oh,
It looks like a box of macaroni and cheese.
No,
it
that's
does kind of look like a box of macaroni and cheese.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. How can I? No, I don't know. How? No, I'm not gonna mess with that. Anyway, it's a phone. So, let's see. We get 13 bush lights deep, and someone says Carol didn't feed her husband to the tigers. Good old Mike, Mrs. Dad here. I think it's just funny. Look at the way he's posing. How about the ride back? Feed me more, and he goes, "Yeah, ice cream bars." That was funny.
You know, we're going to be in so if he actually appears at the fan fest, we're in trouble. All the
First off, who would book him? Who would book him? No one would book him. No one would book him. How about this? When you're 11 beers Steve and Born in the USA comes on. Now that's one of our better ones we had. How about me forgets to put the lid on the trash can? And raccoons in my neighborhood. That's right.
I love the fact that it's a plastic one too.
Yeah. Or in my house, if I leave trash accidentally on a table, and then the dogs get into it when I leave for about an hour, and I come back and there's a bigger mess than what I had. So, but that's my hand. When WWE makes budget cuts, hate in the crate.
I
The
think
old Hell in the Cell.
I think he's boycotting right now because you showed Ryback on the show.
Oh no, I think yeah, no one cares. Yeah. I think Z's having some technical troubles here, but anyway. But let's do one other one here because I know Z likes this one. I'm sorry, I think I'm having technical trouble myself. Hold on 1 second. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. One more I think Z liked here. So I wanted to add this. Let's see. Let me go and add this out here. Oh, I did cut that out. Okay. Hold on. One more here for you, Z, because I know you like this one. And then we'll roll out. So how's this?
You say I only hear what I want to.
Poor old Dom's time in jail.
That is my favorite. That is my favorite one of the year.
Yeah, that is. Well, like I said, we've had a lot more guys. We may even do some old ones. We maybe do some old ones here, probably maybe in the next week or even upcoming weeks. Maybe kind of relive some of the better ones. But we also got some new ones here too. But we'll continue to do golden memes moving forward. But man, I just want to say, because I know we kind of started late tonight. We get, it's been kind of late here. And I know that we want to try to narrow down to 2 hours, but there's so much that happened this past year. Like I said, OzCon was good. Me and Z got a chance to road trip, kind of talk off and on, just about life and business and wrestling in general. That was a good trip for us, for me and Z, and an experience, with OzCon, even though that was kind of flaky on the connection for the internet as well. But no,
it was fun.
It is what it is. And like I said, we got much bigger and better things coming for 2024. And like I said, this is our last show of the year because we're not going to do a show on Christmas Eve. We're not going to do a show on New Year's Eve. And when we return, we will return on January 7th. We will have episode number 130 And our guest will be Barrett Brown, who is the newly crowned AIWF Cruiserweight Champion. And we're going to talk with him. He's actually done a lot of room in PW Strong and everything else. So, like I said, I know Z's actually having some issues here. And I think he had to bail out because I think something was kind of disrupting here on his end. So, not a problem here.
Now
But
I'm going to get ready for New Year's.
there you go. But no, I mean, it was fantastic. Like I said, I want to thank Z for all his work. Definitely in GQ, I know you've had a lot going on this past year where you couldn't have made the shows, traveling and doing some other stuff that
That's
took
gonna
you away
change.
from
Hopefully
us.
Hopefully I'll have money and be broke all on the same day at the Fan Fest. So
Yeah, but it's good to see you back part. You know, like I said, we had a lot more trios toward the end of the year, which is good for the show. And like I said, we just, like, hey, and JQ's been with me throughout my podcast.
good Lord.
Through my podcast, then going all the way back to 2010, and I'm glad that he's here still. So,
Was it 9 as well?
Huh?
I think it was 2009 as well.
Oh, well, I know that when there was a show that you hosted, I think.
No, that was 2000.
Oh, yeah, but no, I didn't actually officially start till January 2010. That's when I started my network. But no, I mean we've been doing this for quite a while, man, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna have a bigger and better year. We got a lot of things happening. We got a guest lined up, and we'll let you know more about it when we come back. In fact, we'll probably be making some other show announcements and everything else before we go back on the air. But just keep following us on Facebook and even on Instagram. Once again, at Falls Count everywhere. And like and follow us on all of our other platforms, YouTube, Twitch, X, at FCE Podcast. And like I said, this is our last show of the night. I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Please be careful if you're going out because, like I said, nobody wants to assume you're going to be here the next day, or don't want to can't be too uncareful here. Always watch yourself. Be careful because we always want to see everybody back here on the next day, especially coming the new year. So, God willing, we'll have everybody here in 3 weeks. So, I mean, and I'm pretty certain of that. So,
I'm going to close things out. Let's end things for the year. Computer, turn off tree.
There you go. So you guys have a good rest of your night. For GQ, I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby here, guys. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. And like I said, we will see you next year. Please be careful. Spend your time with friends and loved ones, family, whatever. And I said we will kick off 2024 with a great guest, and we'll give you more information on that. Just keep tuned to our Facebook page. And that's it for us. We thank you very much, and have a great rest of your night. And we'll see you next year. See you, everybody. We thank everybody for tuning in to tonight's episode of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Don't forget our friends at the following: Keeping It Cool with Tyler Cooley, the Searcher and Hide podcast, and We Talk Wrestling. The Falls Count Everywhere podcast is an LTX Enterprises production.